A brief introduction about Paul. Paul is a bureau chief for Greek City Times and he's a PhD student.
Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks for this highly engaging and highly critical webinar. Alexander the Great first arrived in the Indus Valley 2,300 years ago as a conqueror, but left as a dear friend of King Porus. Nearly 1,000 years before the concept of an England was even conceptualized, and nearly 2,000 years before the founding of the United States of America, Greeks and Indians had already gone to war with each other and then immediately became friends. Although Greek philosopher Pythagoras is credited with the Pythagorean theory, Indians had known of this theorem at least 300 years earlier via the Shubha Sutra of Buddhayan. It is perhaps he that further defines the immensity of our civilizations, both capable of independently discovering, researching, philosophizing, and theorizing revolutionary ideas and thoughts that are for the betterment of humanity. Our civilization survived the test of times when others went into the pages of history permanently, such as the Babylonians. I am sure that Alexander the Great and King Porus would be proud of the fact that the friendship between the Greek and Indian peoples that they themselves built and established is being continued 2,300 years later, and this webinar is a testament to that fact. Unfortunately, instead of us discovering ways to achieve prosperity for our countries through the exchange of capital, technology, education, we must prioritize our bilateral relations on the security field due to our respective countries bordering revisionist countries, which as we know are Turkey and Pakistan. I would like to thank Andreas Moutsouroulias, who was not only the first to open a discussion among our 5 highly distinguished speakers, but also highlighted the fact that Erdogan has neo-Ottoman dreams and that Greece needs a new dogma to counter Turkish aggression. A special vote of thanks must also be extended to Dr. Vandana Mishra, whose short presentation today demonstrated to us why she is one of the top international relations professors in India. The professor explained to us how Erdogan is attempting to portray himself as a defender of Islam in this context, alongside Pakistan and Iran, and how this poses a common threat to all of our countries, especially in Kashmir. She also emphasized the importance that India and Greece continue building military ties and how France should enter in a trilateral format. More importantly, she highlighted the absolute necessity that cultural ties between India and Greece must be strengthened. I extend a very hearty vote of thanks to Emmanuel Fragos, whose position in the European Parliament provided us all with a very unique perspective on how the hostilities against Greece and Turkey by Turkey and Pakistan and their efforts on nuclear power. Unfortunately, he could not join us, but left us a very insightful video message. Dr. John Nomikos has once again shown to us why he's one of Greece's top security analysts, and we thank him for his time in appearing in today's webinar. He's highlighting that Turkish-Pakistani aggression has helped consolidate Greece and Indian relations as they are a national security threat was very insightful. He also suggested ways in which Greece and Indian relations can be improved through joint initiatives in the military sector, multilateral formats, as well as the utilization of the diaspora communities in the USA to push policies that favor Greece and India from Washington's perspective. I give my vote of thanks to Sona Mahajan. We could not have asked for a more concise and detailed final speaker, and she certainly raised thought-provoking ideas. Ms. Mahajan highlighted that Turkey and Pakistan want to infiltrate our respective countries, and that unfortunately the EU or the European Union has not done enough to support Greece and Turkish aggression in the East Mediterranean. She also highlighted that Turkey does not want to end its aggression, partially because of its declining economy. As a final statement, we have a 2,300-year-old legacy that we must build in respect of our civilizations and ancestors and their achievements. We should not only pat ourselves on the back and say today's seminar was good and what an excellent job we did, but we must use this opportunity to further build cross-Greek-Indian relations through academia, through journalism, through the economy, through the military, through technology and political exchanges. Another important factor is that we no longer face a common threat from only joint Turkish-Pakistani aggression. We must remember that only last week, Pakistan, Turkey, and Azerbaijan issued a joint statement claiming they will all collectively support each other's regional issues. This means Pakistan in support of Pakistan in Kashmir in support of Turkey and Cyprus in the East Mediterranean, and in support of Azerbaijan against the Armenians. Although we have done an excellent job in advancing bilateral relations between Greece and India today, the collective threat is much wider, and in future exchanges, we must also include our friends from Cyprus and Armenia. Greece faces a Turkey that is bringing neo-Ottoman ambitions from the realm of theory to the realm of reality. We saw this with their recent wars against Syria, Libya, and the Armenians of Nagorno-Karabakh, just as a few demonstrations or a few examples. Meanwhile, Pakistan and its expansionist ambitions to conquer Jammu and Kashmir adopts the ideology of Neo-Mughalism. They believe they are the successors of Turkic conquerors rather than Islamified Indians. It is of little wonder that both Pakistan and Turkey now have strong ties, and not based on economic cooperation and development to alleviate the permeating issues of poverty and economic crises, but to continue their goal of territorial expansionism at the expense of the indigenous peoples of Greece and India. But they will not succeed. I thank you all and wait with excitedness and anticipation to see what we can all do collectively to continue building Greek and Indian relations even deeper and even further. Barat mata kije, zito yelas. Thank you very much.